this week on One Devotion. Listen to those who shared his special career pay tribute to a Euroleague legend. Hear why his newest club was always on the radar of this veteran globetrotter. Take a trip down memory lane to relive one of the greatest upsets in Euroleague history. And get up to date on all the drama in a playoffs race that is going down to the wire. He may be the oldest player in the top 16 with a wealth of experience behind him, but there is no time like the present for FC Barcelona Lassa point guard Carlos Arroyo. Now 36 years old, his career has taken Arroyo practically everywhere, from his native Puerto Rico to Miami and Tel Aviv, through Victoria to Detroit and Istanbul, and several more stops along the way. But there was one more place where Arroyo always wanted to try his luck. And when the call came last summer asking him to join Barcelona, Arroyo finally saw one of his basketball wishes come true.
It was a dream of mine, man. It was something that I really wanted to be a part of. Barcelona is one of the top teams in Europe for many years, and the history and the respect that this club has is something that it intrigued me. You know, I wanted to be a part of, and I always used to tell my agents, you know, try to make that phone call, you know, every time I was free in the summer.
Upon arrival in Barcelona, Arroyo delivered more than 9 points and 3 assists per game in the regular season before an injury sidelined him for 2 months. Now that he has returned to help Barcelona get back on track in the top 16, his role as a veteran leader only stands to grow in a heated playoff race. It is a role that Arroyo takes to heart, knowing that he follows in the footsteps of former Puerto Rican stars Picolín Ortiz, Ramon Rivas and Daniel Santiago, who wore the Barcelona jersey before him.
It also gives me a sense of responsibility, you know, to do it with pride and honor and respect, because I know those guys, you know, well, and I know what they represent in my country and how well they've done in their careers. So I just, you know, I want to do it with pride. I want to do it the right way, the best I can, and just take advantage of the opportunity.
And indeed, Arroyo is making use of this opportunity. In fact, he has had no trouble at all to adapt to a new team and bring his leadership, mainly thanks to his vast experience on basketball courts over the years.
Because of my position, you know, I have to be the vocal guy on the court. You know, I have to, you know, call plays, be the coach out there, be the message that the coach, you know, is sending out there, you know, from coaching standpoint, you know, and just help in any way I can. You know, hopefully my experience is a factor for the young guys and for this team, and the ability that I have to play the game, you know, unselfishly and just play the game, have fun doing it, but at the same time, you know, do it with respect.
Despite his age, pretty advanced for a high-level professional player, Arroyo just doesn't slow down. He finds it easy to find his drive to keep on going after all these years.
I'm very passionate, man. I love the game. I try to stay healthy as much as I can, eat right, you know, get as much rest as I can. But I work a lot, you know. I dedicate myself to the game a lot, and you know, I'm very passionate, and I think that's what drives me is the love for the game. You know, basketball has given me so much, and I feel indebted to the game. You know, I feel like you know, I need to give more and more and more.
It is because the stage of his career that he's at that Arroyo embraces this experience with Barcelona as probably the best shot he will ever have at getting to the Final Four, and if things work out, winning it.
Man, it's one of my dreams, you know, to be able to play in the Final Four here in the Euroleague, because it's something that I know the meaning of it, and now I'm in a team that, not discrediting you know, all the other teams that I was a part of. But I think I have a good chance with Barcelona to be that team that reaches the Final Four and win the Euroleague once again. So I'm praying, you know, it's gonna take a lot of hard work and sacrifice from all of us, but we have the team to do it.
This week in Euroleague history, a former Euroleague champion pulled out the biggest road comeback in playoffs history to pave the way to its Final Four return after more than a decade away. It was March 23rd, 2010, when Partizan Belgrade visited heavily favoured Maccabi Tel Aviv in Game 1 of their best-of-5 playoff series. By the middle of the second quarter, Partizan had fallen behind by 21 points against the Maccabi team that had never lost a Euroleague playoffs game at home. But Partizan had on the floor that night a Euroleague champion from the previous season, Dusan Kecman, and like his team, Kecman was not about to quit. Although he was just the third best scorer on Partizan that season behind all Euroleague performers Bo McCaleb and Alex Maric, Kecman stepped up when Partizan needed him the most, giving his team hope with a layup and a three-pointer to cut the deficit to 14 by half-time. Kecman scored 10 third-quarter points as his team continued its comeback, and then he capped a 1-12 run to start the fourth quarter with another three-pointer that gave Partizan its first lead of the game. When the dust cleared, Kecman had scored a career-high 29 points by making 7 three-point shots, still the single-game playoffs record. And that 21-point lead of Maccabi's, it turned into a 77-85 victory for Partizan, marking a 29-point swing in the scoreboard over the game's last 25 minutes. Although it would lose Game 2 in Tel Aviv, Partizan went home to Belgrade and won both games there, achieving its first Final Four qualification in 12 years. Partizan advanced to Paris and, despite losing both Final Four games, acquitted itself well by taking two powerhouses into overtime and thrilling not only its own fans but a worldwide audience as well. It was a magic season, made possible by that Game 1 upset on the road in the playoffs. This week in Euroleague history. Top 16 round 12 saw some scintillating basketball from all over the continent. Let's review the key moments. Lokomotiv brushed aside Crvena Zvezda, Panathinaikos hung tough at Darussafaka, FS eased past Unicaja, and Cedevita crushed Fenerbahce. In Group E, Lokomotiv hosted Crvena Zvezda knowing that a playoff spot was guaranteed to the winner. The visitors started strong before Anthony Randolph came alive, and Lokomotiv's lead steadily grew, with Chris Singleton putting on the finishing touches in the fourth quarter as the Russian team celebrated the club's first ever ticket to the playoffs.
It's a priceless feeling, you know, qualificate to the top 8, the best 8 teams of Europe. It's a big accomplishment. I want to thank the fans and our team. We deserve a lot. Let's go. We were very focused defensively. We stayed in the plan and we took what we deserved.
Playoff hopeful Panathinaikos visited already eliminated Darussafaka, who took a big early lead through unstoppable Semi Erden. But Panathinaikos rallied from a double-digit deficit, and in the second half neither team had a lead bigger than 5 points. The hosts led in the final minute, but Elliot Williams hit late big shots for Panathinaikos to seal a thrilling win, taking the Greens to the verge of a playoff spot.
Very tough battle, as you saw. I mean, until the last moment, you didn't know who was going to win, but very good clash of two great teams, and fortunately we won. You know, we showed great energy and just kept playing until the very end, and we won.
Cedevita Zagreb welcomed leader Fenerbahce Istanbul, and Marko Arapovic scored 9 first-quarter points as the home team roared into a big lead, which it would never relinquish. The difference peaked at 34 points in the fourth quarter as Cedevita routed the visitors to claim the club's biggest ever Euroleague victory, also inflicting Fenerbahce's worst defeat since 2012. Playoff hopeful Anadolu Efes Istanbul hosted Unicaja Malaga, needing a win to keep its playoff hopes alive. Behind Tomás Hertel and Dario Saric, the host took control from the start and cruised after the break. Hertel amassed 17 points and 13 assists, while Saric collected 17 points and 11 boards as Efes celebrated a comfortable victory. Fenerbahce remains top with Lokomotiv also through, while Panathinaikos and Crvena Zvezda need one more win to progress. Laboral Kucha edged past Barcelona, Broza held off CSKA Moscow, Himki triumphed in Kaunas and Olympiacos won big against Madrid. In a vital all-Spanish Group F clash, Laboral Kucha hosted Barcelona and established a big lead behind Ioannis Borousis and Mike James. The visitors rallied thanks to Alex Abrines and tied the game in the final stages. But Laboral hit the key late baskets to pull out a key home win, moving close to playoff qualification. Brozo Baskets Bamberg hosted playoff-bound CSKA Moscow for a game of the week, which lived up to its billing. It was close throughout as Milos Teodosic and Nando De Color kept the visitors in touch by combining for 40 points. But Bamberg's sheer determination, led by Nikos Sizis and Nicolo Melli, allowed them to stay strong and claim a historic victory.
It was a masterpiece of my players, of the people from Bamberg. This atmosphere was really great. We just stay in the game, try to go through mistake to the great place, and at the end, we have a historical victory for our organization.
Žalgiris Kaunas hosted Himki Moscow region and led at half-time behind an inspired Edgaras Ulanovas. But Himki improved its defense after the break as Tyler Honeycutt crashed the boards to grab 17 rebounds, too shy of his own season-high record. Tyrese Rice scored 17 points as Himki registered its first road win in the top 16 to boost its playoff chances. And in a rematch of last season's final, Real Madrid visited Olympiacos Piraeus and was boosted by 17 points apiece from Sergio Yui and Casey Rivers. But Olympiacos rolled behind uninspired Vangelis Manzares, who led the Reds with a career-high 19 points. Vasilis Panoulis added 18 as the host kept full control and claimed head-to-head advantage with a crucial home win.
I think that today we're very aggressive from the beginning, defensively and offensively. We won the game very much. We saw it at the beginning of the game. For 40 minutes we were focused. And we thank very much people in the crowd that was here today because they were at our sixth player. They gave us a lot of very much energy and we thank them very much.
CSKA is the only qualified team, with Laboral still not mathematically certain of progressing, and no less than 5 teams are tied for third place. He's a 3-time Euroleague champion, a 2-time Final Four MVP, once the full season MVP, and 4 times on the All-Euroleague first team. He's the all-time Euroleague leader in total assists, steals, and performance index rating, and winner of the Best Defender trophy 6 times. All of his success has come with the same team. He has announced his retirement at the end of the current season. He is Euroleague legend Dimitris Diamantidis.
He had all the things that he needed to become a superstar, and I remember when I tell him we were together in national team, what's gonna happen? You're gonna come to Panathinaikos, come and sign to finish it. because of his character and because he's humble guy, he didn't know if he's gonna succeed. I tell him he's gonna succeed for sure, especially with that coach that moment with Zeljko Obradovic. He for sure play 100% what he could, no, and he would become better and better every year. And what happened exactly? Every year was better and better.
For me, it was very, very easy to decide to, to sign him. Of course, he coming in Panathinaikos and the way that he was not ready, immediately to start to be a very, very important player. So this it was my job and or job of my staff to push him and to explain, no, we don't have time. You must start to be a leader immediately because we signed you because of this.
I think when you talk about the player, everybody knows it. What he can do. I think as a person, he's equally amazing. As far as trying to bring everybody together as a team captain. Always doing the right thing. He's for sure an extension of the coach on the court.
He gave the meaning of teammate and team. Team and teammates is above everything. And this learn also in life, not only basketball.
Everybody understands the quality, human quality that he have, and the way how he tried to help everyone in the team. So every new player immediately understand that Dimitris is the guy. If he have any kind of problem, to talk with him, and to be able to understand what means to play in Panathinaikos and the way how crazy coach want to do the team.
A player that make a lot of jabs that you cannot see in the stats. Let's say deflect balls, creating, posting, blocking, a lot of things that make him so important for the team without the points. I don't know to say his place, but I know that for sure he is one of the greatest point guards that ever been in European basketball, and for sure the player that in the position of point guard that can made the most different jobs to help the team.
This capacity that he have to read the game. In every moment he understands everything. Offensively, defensively. Defensively, it was amazing how he played, let's say, on the ball, how he pressed the ball, and how he played on the weak side. He controlled everything.
El control que tiene de todas las situaciones en los momentos claves. Defensivamente es muy bueno, tiene muy buenas manos. Y bueno, por eso ha sido un jugador tan importante en todos estos años.
Just playing with him every day was amazing. He made the game so much easier for you. I mean, everything was just one look there, one look there. I mean, the things that you need to explain, some other people, other teammates for years, he was just with one thing over the eye, and it was clear what's going to happen. So players like this, they make your life, great. They make your life so easy, and this is, what makes him so great.
Dimitris is an unselfish player, always sacrifice for the team. A great player, one of the greatest that play in Europe all time. And maybe now we are opponents. For 40 minutes we're opponents in the court, but I will always be in my mind and that I met a great person and a great player.
Diamantidis is Diamantidis because he's special, not only the way of playing and as a character, because he's not a superstar with the way we expect or we know with photos, interviews, crazy life and stuff like this. because he's very humble and his basketball is his life. The way of his playing, the way of his reactions make him superstar.
In the day that he really wanted to play, it was, in this period, the best player in Europe. Dimitris is very, very serious person. If he says something, you must trust him that he wants to do this time. I hope that this time, Djordjevic, that is my ex-player and my friend, he will find a way to change his mind. I really hope this because, you know, basketball needs Diamantidis.
Honeycutt was ever present on Friday night for Khimki Moscow region, with the lone goal of leading his team to a road win at Žalgiris Kaunas. He did just that with an outstanding performance at both ends of the floor, earning as a bonus the weekly MVP award for round 12 of the top 16. Honeycutt's impressive stat line of 10 points, 17 rebounds, 4 steals and 2 blocks resulted in a performance index rating of 30, the best of all players this week. The MVP award is the first for Honeycutt, who is playing his debut Euroleague season. He is the 6th Khimki player to ever claim the honour in the Euroleague and joins Tyrese Rice as the only player to do so this season.
Victoria Spain, Laboral possession, but Tomas Satoransky jumps in to make a steal and an emphatic slam. Racing all the way to the basket, Tomas Satoransky making sure he would not be challenged. Number 4, Zagreb, Croatia on a huge night for Cedevita. A record win and here's Miro Bilam turning on the style. Beautiful. Behind the back, no-look pass for Marko Arapovic to score. Number 3, Istanbul, Turkey. A must-win road game for Panathinaikos. James Gist, first play of the game. That's the way to start a game from Air Gist. Flying to the rim. Number 2, Piraeus, Greece. Daniel Hackett makes a steal. Darius Johnson-Odom onto DJ Strawberry. He sends it inside. Hakeem Warwick with an enormous dunk. One-handed. Explosive for Olympiacos. A big-time finish and a big-time game from Hakeem Warwick. Number 1, Istanbul, Turkey, Panathinaikos ball. Vince Hunter tries to score, but Marcus Slaughter with a stunning block.
Time is running out for our top 16 teams to grab the wins they need to secure the remaining playoff places. And round 13 is headlined by a game of the week between two teams whose needs could not be greater, along with another do-or-die clash from the same group. In Group E, playoff-bound Fenerbahce and floor general Bobby Dixon will look to maintain their 100% home record with a local derby against Hungary Anadolu Efes and Duero young star Dario Saric, who know that victory is absolutely essential to have any chance of stopping both Crvena Zvezda and Panathinaikos from booking a playoff place. Elsewhere in Group E, Crvena Zvezda and Panathinaikos seek the home wins they need in respective meetings with Darussafaka and Cedevita, while Lokomotiv is at home to Unicaja. Group F is highlighted by a must-win game of the week between a rising power and an established force, as Khimki Moscow look for scoring ace Alexei Shved to propel them to a vital home victory against the decade's most crowned Euroleague team, Olympiakos, and never say die, Vasilis Spanoulis. Another crucial contest in Group F sees Barcelona and the ever-dependable Justin Dolman aiming to maintain their strong recent home form against the experienced Nikos Zizis and a Bamberg team that desperately needs to end a run of 4 straight road losses. And drama is guaranteed in a crunch Spanish derby, which will see Laboral Cucha and long-range scoring ace Davis Bertans fight hard to defend their home court against the visit of reigning champ Real Madrid and former Laboral star Andres Nocioni. Group F concludes with already qualified CSKA Moscow hosting Žalgiris Kaunas. We'll see you next week with more Euroleague action.